A new CBS Mornings series is taking a closer look at faith. The State of Spirituality with Lisa Ling explores the concept of believing in something greater than yourself. And Lisa joins us today with a preview. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Cindy. So great to see you.
Now, this is so interesting. What inspired you, and what parts of spirituality did you investigate?
Well, let's just say I've been on a journey myself. A few years ago, I read this incredible book called The Spiritual Child, written by a scholar at Columbia University, Dr. Lisa Miller. And essentially, she states in this book that the key to a child's wellness is their connection to a higher power, is their spiritual development. And I thought that is a sort of a shocking statement. She alleges in the book, in her other book, The Awakened Brain, that there is an entire generation that has grown up without any sense of spirituality because we stopped talking about religion on a mainstream level about 40 years ago in an attempt to be inclusive.
Right.
And when that happened, we kind of lost that sense of our spiritual essence, which, according to Dr. Miller, is innate in all of us. Every human being is hardwired for spirituality. And so she says, and again, this is a pretty bold statement, that one of the reasons why depression is so rampant among this younger generation is because it is a generation that has grown up out of touch with their spiritual core.
That is interesting. I had not heard that either. Can you recap the first episode and what viewers can expect throughout the series?
Yes, so in our first segment, we interviewed Dr. Lisa Miller, who is just this incredibly brilliant, kind of quirky professor and psychologist. And she leads me in a couple of different spiritual practices that were, Cindy, incredibly emotional for me because, as I said, I've been on this journey. We also spend time with the interfaith chaplain at USC, who has seen firsthand kind of the changes in our spiritual habits, who also says that as he has been at USC, he has seen the sort of outlook among students become increasingly more kind of gloomy. And he attributes that to this lack of spirituality as well. So that's the first segment, but over the course of the next few weeks, we're going to explore different paths to faith and spirituality. We explore movements in the Catholic faith, in the Lutheran Church, in Islam, and in Judaism. And hopefully we'll be able to do more because there are just so many unique pathways. And I think it's really important for people to really make that distinction between religion and spirituality. I mean, you don't necessarily need God and religion to be in tune and in touch with your spiritual essence.
What surprised you most in your research?
Well, I mean, all of it surprised me. I mean, this idea that spirituality can help stave off things like depression is kind of a shocking thing to hear. But after reading that book, The Spiritual Child, I started praying with my own kids who are 11 and 8. And I have to tell you, we don't pray to the God of a particular religion. We just express gratitude to the universe for providing us everything that we need, but we also pray that the universe and God will give us the strength to be better human beings, that we're better to each other, and that we're better to the planet, the plants and the animals. And to see a kind of calm wash over my own kids when we engage in that spiritual practice every night kind of confirms to me the importance of that practice and confirms that sort of spiritual essence in myself and in my kids. And so I think that's putting the sort of spirituality into practice is what has really surprised me, and I've seen a result after doing so.
What do you hope viewers take away from the series?
Well, that's just that they look for ways and just be open to spiritual connection. That's what I hope.
I love it. I mean, now I'm thinking back on the way I grew up and the way I raised my daughter, so I'm really looking forward to seeing
It's never too
the
late.
whole series.
It's
Yeah,
never too late.
exactly. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for all the incredible work you do. The topics you cover are always so important.
Thank you so
They
much,
really
Cindy.
are.
Thank you.
So thank you. And you can catch new episodes of the show every Thursday on CBS Mornings.